Are you on the Bills for this year? What's your AFC thought on that front?
I think there are 9 teams in the AFC, the Bills, the Patriots, Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Colts, Titans, Chargers, Chiefs, that are all good enough to, by the time we get to January, be in the playoffs and make some noise in the playoffs. So it's a very difficult top-heavy division. I did go Bills-Bucks as my Super Bowl teams this year, and you know what the hell? Let's throw the folks in Western New York a bone. Let's say the Bills are going to beat the Bucks because we have seen Tom Brady lose 3 Super Bowls, so it's not like it would be unprecedented. He can get there. He just doesn't have the winning percentage in the Super Bowl that he does in pretty much every other level of a season. So, you know, Josh Allen, I think, is spectacular. The glimpse we got of him against the Packers in the preseason shows me that he's ready to pick up where he left off and go next level. There's so many people who think, oh, that was an aberration last year. Well, if you think it was an aberration last year, you're not paying attention.
No.
Last year was the year that Josh Allen, and isn't it amazing that, like, if a quarterback finally breaks through in year 3, what took you so long? It was only year 3, and he becomes phenomenal. And I think he's going to keep getting better and better. And I think the Bills are going to be a force this year. And I think they're ready. They've got the Chiefs Week 5 Sunday Night Football.
Right.
They have to show that they can beat the Chiefs.
Well, that's it.
That's the team they've got to get past. And once they do, they're going to be unstoppable.
Who's the third team in we're not talking about? Because there always is one. What do you got for me?
Oh,
what do you think?
You know, to quote our friend Juju Smith-Schuster, the Browns is the Browns. And I can't get past that.
Can't. You got to. I think you have to, personally, if you don't mind me saying.
It's the helmet. It's everything about, you know, how do you see that same frame on a car and not consider that what's beneath the hood is still a jalopy? And I think that benefits them. Because you know how it goes every year. There are the teams that are the darlings, and everyone circles that game, and we're going to prove ourselves. This is a measuring stick game for us. And it may be that teams still look at the Browns and say the Browns is the Browns, like Juju said, and that's going to help the Browns live up to their high expectations. But I think it would be great. I just think, based on the history of the Browns, it doesn't want to compute in my brain that they could make it to the Super Bowl.
I think we got to rewire then. I mean, look, what do you have? What do you need, I guess, to win a championship, right? You need a defense that can stop people with a playmaker, maybe on every level, would be helpful. You need a run game, and you need a passing game that can be dynamic, because not only who's grabbing the ball and catching the passes, but the one who delivers it can play with such a neck-up ability and calmness and efficiency that you can win. That's the question mark. I don't know if anybody's believing that Baker Mayfield really is a first overall pick. Like, he's not flashing like Andrew Luck. He's not flashing like anybody who's a number 1 overall pick where it's all fixed and ready to go. I think we still can't get past the fact that John Dorsey chose him first overall, but they've got the reigning coach of the year. They've got Chubb. They've got Garrett. They've got Odell coming back with a massive chip on his shoulder. Why not them? Why not?
And you're right. And what hurts them is 2019, the last time the bar went north for the Browns, and they failed to live up to expectations because they never should have given the job to Freddie Kitchens. And Baker's mechanics went to pot. He had a regression. Stefanski got him on the right track.
Yep.
Second half of last year, he was spectacular. He doesn't have his contract yet. He's going to be motivated by that. If they don't force the ball to OBJ, that's one of the things that they have to get past. It can't be about, we got to get the ball to OBJ, unless they want to do bubble screens and reverses. But if he's running down the field in a pattern with 3 other guys, Baker's got to have the freedom to throw to the open guy, not we got to get it to Odell Beckham a certain number of times. That has to end, and hopefully Beckham, seeing what the team did without him last year, will end that once and for all, because that's an attitude that keeps a team from being as good as it can be.
Well, I guess when does Baker or Lamar get that deal that Josh Allen got? When is he? What's going on with that?
Well, I think that once Josh Allen did his deal, I think that the quarterbacks who are represented by agents, Allen and Baker Mayfield, I think they waited and hoped that Lamar Jackson would go first, since he's not represented by an agent. now that Allen's deal is done, my guess is Lamar Jackson has said to the Ravens, I'm fine with the same contract. Why don't you give me the same contract? And I don't think the Ravens want to. So that's an impediment. And they just did Mark Andrews last night, gave him huge money, big money for their tight end.
Right.
And my first question is, all right, when's Lamar going to get his? And with Baker, I've said, hey, and cautionary tales, Jared Goff and Carson Wentz, you don't want to go too early with a franchise quarterback. It's better to go a little too late than a little too early. But the problem is the moment you know he's the guy, that's when you have to get it done. Otherwise, you back yourself into a corner the way the Cowboys did with Dak Prescott.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.